Hey everybody, Tom here at Rip Kings. Hope everybody's doing well. This is flawless number 1 waterfall break. For the most part, it was a pick your team style break. We did have a few teams unsold that will be going into a random. Let's do a roll call for the sold teams real quick. Benjamin with the A's, Yador with the Orioles and Blue Jays, Benjamin with the Cardinals, James with the Royals, Tom T with the Rockies, Jeremy with the Phillies, Benjamin with the Giants, James with the Marlins, Derwin with the Red Sox, Gary with the Astros, Hidekazu with the Dodgers, Curtis with the Nationals, Mike B with the Yankees, Hidekazu with the Cubs, the Panda with the Indians, Brian with the Pirates, Jesse with the Tigers, and then in the random, Diamondbacks, Braves, White Sox, Angels, Brewers, Twins, Mets, Padres, Mariners, Rays, and the Rangers. Participants in the random: Adam, Brian, Mike S, Joe P, Nick, Tim, Ken, Jeff, and Bobby C. All right, I am going to be out of the Breakers chat momentarily. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and get them into Rip Queen. We're going to do our dice roll. It's got to be larger than 3. Here we go. It is 8. A lot of hard ways tonight. Hard 10, hard 12, hard 8. Brewers on top after 1. Braves after 2. Angels after 3. Mets after 4. Diamondbacks after 5. Angels after 6. Braves after 7. Dice roll 8, 8th and final time. Padres on top, Angels on the bottom. All right, there are your names. 11 names. Adam on top, Bobby on the bottom after 1. Brian on top after 2. Brian on top after 3. Jeff on top after 4. Jeff on top after 5. Brian back on top after 6. Tim on top after 7. Dice roll is 8, 8th and final time. Here we go. Adam's on top. Ken is on the bottom. Put that information in our sheet. Show everybody who you got. Here are the results. Nick with the Braves, Bobby with the Mets, Mike with the Rays, Joe with the Brewers, Brian with the Rangers, Ken with the Diamondbacks, Brian with the White Sox, Jeff with the Mariners, Tim with the Twins, and Ken with the Angels. Again, there's our list. If you guys want to discuss trades, go right ahead. I've got a little bit of work to do to get these boxes rolling. Let's see. Jeff has the Mariners and Adam has the Padres. All right, here we go. Are you trying to trade the Brian? Are you trying to trade the Rangers, or are you ready to go? All right, everybody's ready. All right. Oh, WT Wood trade. Okay, I got you. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Briefcase number 1. First hit for the Yankees. Robert Refsnyder, 3-color patch auto /20. Starting off hot for the Yankees, back-to-back Jacks, Greg Bird, 4/20. Hey, what's up, Mike B? Carl Edwards Jr. for the Cubs, 3/10. Here's a nice one for the Cardinals. Red Schoendienst. Couple of patches in there, 2/25. Schoendienst. I know it's not pronounced as it's spelled. It's got a little bit of a twang to it, if I recall correctly. Another nice one for the Cubs. Wow, all Cubbies and Yankees rolling so far. 5/5, Ryan Sandberg. Cubs again. Kyle Schwarber, USA, University of Indiana, 4/20. Freddie Freeman, look at that nasty patch, 2/5 for the Braves. Braves in the random? Yep. A nice pickup for the Braves out of the random spot. Whoops. All right, back on track we go. Material Greats. Sam Rice, 9/15. This is for the old Washington Senators, which then became the Minnesota Twins, I believe. The first Senators became the Twins. The second one became the Rangers, right? We're gonna have to confirm. I'm pretty sure Sam Rice would go to the Twins spot. I will confirm that though. Miller Huggins. The question is he the Yankees or the Mets? Mike, you would probably know, and probably Ed as well if you guys are both still there. Miller Huggins, is he going to the Yankees or the Mets? All right, Rip Queen's got the checklist downloading. Sam Rice. Box number 1 is empty. Let's get to the encased cards, shall we? Huggins is to the Yankees. Okay. Kind of what I figured. All right. For the Giants, it goes to the team they're on, right? If it's a USA card, I suspect. Look at this. 3 precious metals Buster Posey out of 20. It looks like 2 sapphires and a diamond, maybe. That's cool. Next one. Jimmy Fox. Philadelphia. Probably the Philadelphia Athletics. We will confirm that. Probably the Oakland A's. Sam Rice is the Twins. That is confirmed. Jimmy Fox. I know Jimmy Fox played for the White Sox, but this is probably the Philadelphia. Huh? Jimmy Fox? Yeah, but it says Philadelphia, so it's probably going to be the Oakland A's.
Is it a triple player material?
No, it's the Ruby. A's?
On the checklist, there's only one Jimmy Fox, so.
Well, that's weird. All right, and then a nice one here. I saved it for last. Boom! Mike B, look at that bad boy. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Herb Pennock. 9 out of 25. Love it.
Is that one briefcase or 2?
That was the first one. On to briefcase. Again, that's just our diamond guarantee card. That's what she said. Ba-doom-tsh. I think the dog likes the Babe Ruth. Mike, it sounds like you're going to have to arm wrestle the dog for the Babe Ruth. All right, briefcase number 2. Oh, dear Lord. All right, here we go. Oh, Jesus. Good thing I checked. Look at that, stuck to the... That's literally stuck. I'm not even sure how to get that out. There we go. Jeez. Nice card, too. Look, it's stuck in there. That is typically true. All right, for the Mets, Jacob deGrom out of 10. For the Rockies, Tom Murphy out of 25. For the A's, Sonny Gray out of 10. Love the Emeralds. For the Blue Jays, Josh Donaldson, 3 out of 5. For the Cardinals, 2 1/4 color patch auto, Stephen Piscotty out of 20. Another Emerald to 5. Nasty patch for the Rockies, John Gray, 3 out of 5. Got about 4 colors in there. Back-to-back patches. Andrew McCutchen, 6 out of 10 for the Pirates. I like this one. For the Cubs, 13 out of 25, Frank Chance, bat relic. All right, let's get into our precious. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see that one? Oh my God. For the Cubs, Kyle Schwarber, Ruby. You guys did see that one. Oh well. Cat's out of the bag. Look at that. Boom! Mike Trout, 1 of 1 diamond. The dog was barking and he comes through.
That was a random.
The Angels were a random team? What? Holy cow. Mike Trout, 1 of 1. The diamonds slightly larger on the 1 of 1s than they are the regular diamonds. I pulled that one out by accident. And then this bad boy sitting in there as well. 2 out of 10. The Yankees completely destroying this case of flawless. Congratulations, Mariano Rivera. 2 out of 10. Case number 2 is gone. Okay, guys, give me a couple minutes. We're going to get the waterfall portion of this set up. I think we're going to have to run a new random for some people. So just stand by. Let me get this ready to go. Hey, Mike, while we're getting that ready, you missed, I had a draft for you in one of the earlier breaks. Did you happen to see that by any chance? Mike B, are you there? Oh, so it was your turn, so I was obviously forced to pick for you. This was from earlier. It's not part of this break, right? It doesn't matter, I guess. You have the same team anyway. So that came out of, you got, that one defaulted to you. Lou Gehrig, Sapphire to 10. I hope I didn't ruin that for you. Let me get to the waterfall section of this break. I've got to put up a new randomizer, so let me do that. Be the same dice roll since it's the same break. Dice roll was 8. I could probably come up with the names pretty quickly. You know what, Mike? I think in 2 cases of flawless, I don't know if we hit anybody on the Red Sox. I was just looking at that.
Myself and scrolling. There's 17 on, but I can't find an off one. Teams. I had the 17 ones, 17 that aren't hit, but I had 14 that were hit. So I'm trying to figure out which one.
Waterfall portion, right? Right. All right, we're loading up the randomizer here in just a minute, everybody. For the waterfall portion, we have autos only 2000 and they don't have the years on here. 2014 Elite Extra Edition Baseball. 2000, I think this is 2015. And then we've got 2 boxes of 2015 Topps Supreme. If you hit in the flawless case, you're not eligible for this portion of the break. If you did not hit, you will retain your team for this portion of the break. Any teams that got hits, those teams will be in the random. So if that makes sense.
The Royals didn't hit, right?
I don't show that the Royals hit. This is what I'm showing that did not. See if you concur. Oh, so they're going to get another.
You're gonna have 2 teams. You're gonna have 2 teams or 1 team with X.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So I need sending this back to you.
I already have it. You're looking at this stuff. Copy pasted. If it matches up, it's good.
So this is, I'm gonna send you the teams that you need to randomize. Let me send you this so you have it, have the sheet, because the way you're signing this one,
All right, so here we go. Here's what we're going to do. I show 17 teams that did not hit. Padres, Rangers, White Sox, Nationals, Red Sox, Astros, Dodgers, Royals, Marlins, Mariners, Phillies, Tigers, Brewers, Diamondbacks, Rays, Indians, and the Orioles. Those 17 will retain their teams. Going into the waterfall, we now have 14 spots. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to random off the 14 spots because in Elite, you're going to have a USA spot. So you're going to have the Angels, A's, Blue Jays, Braves, Cardinals, Cubs, Giants, Mets, Pirates, Rays, Rockies, Twins, Yankees, the USA spot, and we're going to give away 3 packs of cards to give us to an even 17. So everybody has an opportunity at something in this particular portion of the break. Does that make sense for everybody? All right, so let's do the teams and then I'll do your names. Remember, this is the same break, so we're going to stick with the 8. A pack is in spot number 1. A pack is in spot number 2 after 2. The A's after 3. Blue Jays after 4. Cubs after 5. Rays after 6. Giants after 7. 8th and final time. Twins are on top. Pack of cards are on the bottom. Save that information. All right, let's see what she's got over here. All right, Adam, Brian, Curtis, Derwin, Gary, Hidekazu, James, Jeff, Jeremy, Jesse, Joe, Ken, Mike, Panda, and Yador. You are all in the random. Remember, 8 times again. Curtis on top after 1. Panda on top after 2. Jesse's on top after 3. James is on top after 4. James is on top after 5. Yador is on top after 6. Derwin's on top after 7. 8th and final time. Jeff is on top. Brian's on the bottom. Here are your results. Jeff with the Twins, Jesse with the Blue Jays, Jeremy with the Braves, Hidekazu with the Giants, Yador with a pack, Curtis with the Yankees, Joe with the pack, Brian with the Rays, Derwin with the A's, James with the Mets, the Panda with the Rockies, James with the Angels, Mike with the Cubs, Gary with the Cardinals, Ken with the USA spot, Adam with the Pirates, and Brian with a pack. Those are the results. All right. Yes, you're going to get. So let me do a roll call for the final here. Adam with the Pirates and Padres. Brian with the Rays, the Rangers, the White Sox, and a pack of cards. Curtis with the Yankees and the Nationals. Derwin with the A's and the Red Sox. Gary with the Cardinals and the Astros. Hidekazu with the Giants and the Dodgers. James with the Mets, Angels, Royals, and Marlins. Jeff with the Twins and the Mariners. Jeremy with the Braves and the Phillies. Jesse with the Blue Jays and Tigers. Joe with the Brewers and a pack. Ken with the USA spot and the Diamondbacks. Mike with the Cubs and the Rays. The Panda with the Rockies and the Indians. Yador with a pack and the Orioles. All right, here we go. You guys all good with your teams? We'll do 14 first. Remember, just autos are going to be shipping. You thought you heard the Rays twice? Let me look. You probably heard the Rays and the Jays. Let me double check. That was supposed to be the Reds. Sorry about that. That was a typo. I did confirm you are right. I did say the Rays twice. I meant to say the Reds. Mike had the Rays in the flawless, and they did not hit. So he maintains the Reds or Rays, and you get the Reds. Brian has the Reds. All right. No, you know when you're typing on stupid Excel, it goes that first key, the first letter, and it auto populates at times. So I just typed R for raise and hit enter real quick, and or R for reds. I was trying to go with the reds, and it pulled the raise. So no harm, no foul. It was my typo, no big deal. We're good to go. We're moving on. Remember, autos only, so let's get through this. All right, here we go. USA spot right out of the gate, Noah Campbell. That is out of 199. Sorry, I don't mean to be yelling. That's a nice one for the Astros, AJ Reed, out of 599. For the Brewers, Jacob Gatewood, out of 399. Yankees, Jonathan Holder, out of 799. For the Rockies, Richard Prigantano. All right, moving along. What are you saying, Mike? I don't understand your question. I apologize. So if you hit in flawless, you're done. The team you got in flawless, if you hit, it has now been reassigned in this portion of the break to another person that did not get a hit. I apologize for it being confusing. But if you did not get a hit, you get your team, you maintain your team, and then get another team and or a pack of cards. Steven Williams relic for the USA spot. For the Twins, Michael Sederoff, out of 699. For the Red Sox, Sam Travis, out of 524. The point is of the waterfall, obviously, is so that we can eliminate someone not getting any hits. For the Orioles, Dario Alvarez out of 50, blue die cut. All right, over to 2015 Elite. More Flawless up next. That one is sold out as well. USA, Kevin Gowdy. Relic. First auto for the Astros, Anthony Hermelin. For the Brewers, Nathan Kirby. Wow, very nice. International. The Brewers are tearing up this portion. Gilbert Lara International Pride auto to 99. That's a nice hit. I don't know if I've hit too many of those international autos. Jeff Hendricks. I believe he's a Yankee prospect. What's the? Let me ask Rip Queen. What is the pack giveaway? Opening 2009 opening day. It's a PTML, Brian. It just won't be like a $1 pack of Topps cards, though. That I do know. All right, moving along. Second half of this box, AJ Minter for the Braves. Oh, I thought that was going to be another International Pride auto. All right, here we go. See a die cut coming up for the Rangers. Dylan Tate out of 100. Jacob Nix for the Padres. All right, on to boxes of Supreme. Two boxes of Supreme. This is box number 1. Wow, what? Dilson Herrera. What? Oh my gosh. The next hit is a monster. It's a pretty big hit, in my opinion, for this portion of the Waterfall break. Who has this team? Check out this bad boy. 1 out of 5 for the White Sox. Boom! Bo Jackson. 1 out of 5. How's that for a flowing down the waterfall? Holy cow, nice hit. Just a random box of Top Supreme Baseball that I've had sitting in my house for months. Those are the best hits, in my opinion. When you pull something like that out of a box that's been sitting here in the studio. All right. Last pack of this break. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Kevin Gossman. Like, I busted a case. I don't know if you guys saw. I busted a case of this the other day. And these two boxes were better than the entire other case, I think. Because check out this card. For the Phillies, 2 out of 5. Maikel Franco. Wow. Boom. Crazy 2 boxes of Topps Supreme Baseball. Unbelievable. All right, that'll do it for Flawless Waterfall number 1. Let me get this video saved up. I'll get the next case in here, and we'll continue on. www.ribkings.com. Thanks, everybody, for watching and participating. Be right back.